Today I'm going to be showing you how to get any real money cars for free in CSR2. What's going on, guys? It's the Game Explorer here, and today I'm going to be showing you how we get those real money cars for free in CSR2. Now, this is a video I have made before. It's just a slight update. We are going to add this car to our win line, and rather than pay the cash for it, we're just going to win it in a race. Now it has changed slightly to my old video, as in because some of the codes have changed, or not the codes have changed necessarily, but the locations of the codes have moved slightly and they don't look quite the same as my old videos. So I thought I'd just make a quick update on how we find those and add it to the win line. For those people that don't know. So first thing we need is a Game Guardian installed on our device. So if you don't have Game Guardian, go ahead and check out a link in the description or popping up on the screen right now. Or if nothing's popping up, go ahead and search on YouTube for how to install Game Guardian on a non-rooted Android device. You could use a emulator like I am here. This is Nox emulator, and I'm using Game Guardian on a rooted version of Nox. This is identical on a Android phone, so you don't need to worry about people saying how do I do it on a phone when you're using a PC. It's exactly the same. This is just an emulator on my PC. So once we've got our Game Guardian installed on our emulator or Android, what we're going to do is go ahead and find the car code of the car that we want. So the way we do that is we find the location codes. So there is a few methods if we can do this, but basically the easiest way is just to search. If you know what car location number is in a tier, we can just search for that number. It doesn't make much sense right now, but I'll try to explain in a second. So what we're going to do is open up, go to tier 5, because that's where usually the paid for cars are. There is some in tier 4 today, and once that loads up, it should usually drop us on what we would call location 0. So this would be location 0, and it is usually after the F1 Legends car on tier 5. So this would be 0, this would be 1, this would be 2, we can carry on, this would be 3, this would be 4, this would be 5, this would be 6, this would be 7, this would be 8, this would be 9, and carrying on all the way till we get to the end. So what we're going to do is search for those location numbers. I'm not going to start at 0 because there are a lot of zeros. So what I'm going to move over to is we'll start at, so this is 0, 1, 2, 3. So it's after the F1 on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and hover over the hurricane, and then search for 3. So go ahead and open the Game Guardian. Make sure we're linked to CSR2. Do a search. We're going to type 3, and this is a D-word search. And a new search. It's going to find a lot of 3s, so then we're just going to move down to any other number we know. So we're going to change that to, this will be number 1, so 0, 1, and then we're going to go ahead and hit refine, and we'll type in 1 and refine, and we've still got 4,000 results. So go ahead and close that down, and then we're going to move over to this one. So this will be 2. Go ahead and hit 2 and refine, and we'll go back up. This would be 3 again, so we'll go ahead and 3, refine, we'll go to this one. This will be 4 and refine. I'm looking for about 4 results. I think that's about as low as we can get it. So then we're going to go ahead and find the car that we want. So I'll go for this one right here, and it's messed up the name a bit there, but it doesn't matter. It's an amazing CSR2 glitch, and we're going to see, as we can see, that's number 1, car number 1. And what we're looking for is something kind of like this, but not this. We're going to see the 1, and then we're looking for some long numbers, and the long number would be the car number, but that is not it. So we're going to scroll down to the next one on the list. There's no long numbers there, so we're going to go to the next one down. There is some long numbers there, but I don't think that's it. So we've got the 7, and then this long number here. It could be, but I'm not 100%, so let's just have a look at the last one. And then we've got this -1, and that could be the long number. And what I'm going to do, the way I'm going to find out which one it is just go ahead and go to, again, select the top one on this, click D word, and then I'm just going to change it, but not change it. It's going to be identical. Just click yes. And I'm also going to just save that. So that's going to go over to my save section here. And I'm going to choose this next one down, and then go to, and then as you can see, they've got the long number here. Go ahead and hit D word, and then we're going to do the same. We're going to change it, but it's not changing it. We're actually just, what we're doing when you change it, it like saves it in the brackets of what it used to be. Even though it's identical, it still saves it of what it used to be, and that's what I want, because I want this memory of what it used to be. So go ahead and check that and save that as well. So now I've got those two results. I wasn't sure which one was the car, but you can see I've got the save results, and so they're identical for now. And what I'm looking to do now, when I move to a different location, one of those two numbers is going to change, and that one that changes will be the car code. So as you can see, there we go. So it's this one here is changed. So that was the this number here. So the top of this list, this has changed. So that's the one that is the car code. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back again to the car that I want to buy. Make sure it's on there. Just change it again, just so it's in the memory. I want that code there constantly. We can go ahead and delete the other one. And we can just go ahead and close this now and go back to a race. Okay, so now we are in the race section of the map. We're going to look for a race where we can win multiple items like cash, gold, fusion parts, etc. Okay, so we're going to find one of those races. So what I don't want to find is something like this, where it's just basically cash, 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 cash. This isn't the right type of race. The showdown events, I'm not sure if it works on these. It may do. I've not actually tried it, but it could be changed on these. It's worth a shot. I do know for a fact that the restoration rush, these can be changed. This is ideal. This is exactly what we're looking for. So we got cash, legend coins, fusion parts, all sorts. The regulation races, these are no good, just cash. And the ladder races, again, no good, it's just cash. And the reason why it's no good, because we can't adapt those prizes. It'll only give us cash in those races, where because you can win all different types of parts and things in these type of races, you can add those cars. So what we're going to do is go ahead and search for the string of numbers in here to find the locations, and then we're going to change this. Instead of having 5 gold, we're going to change it to having 1 car. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to change this so I only see 100 results for now. And you can ignore that if you're not sure what that was. Just remove that, and then we're going to do a new search. Well, I'm not going to do a new search yet. I'm going to look at what I'm going to search for. So the string I'm going to search for is the race number and the amount that we're winning. So this is going to be 2, then 5, 3, 1000, 4, 1, 5, 1000. So that's what I'm going to search for. So we're going to go search, and it is going to be 2, and then it's a semicolon. So that's a colon right there. So we want the semicolon, which is the little line underneath, and it is 5, semicolon, and then 3, semicolon, 1000, semicolon, 4, semicolon, 1, semicolon, 5, and semicolon, 1000. And just do a new search. And that's a D word search as well. Okay, so we've got a lot of results, 249. And what we're going to do now is go ahead and just refine for that first win amount, which would be 5 gold. So I'm just going to go ahead and type in 5 and refine, and we've got 31 results. Now we've got those results, go ahead and click the change button right there, and click on the more button here, and we're going to see this increment section. We're going to change them with an increment of 1. And just click yes, and that's just going to increase all these by 1, and then etc. So it's just go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'm just going to close it down and reopen the Restoration Rush race, and then I can see that it's now 21 gold instead of 5 gold. So what I'll do is go back into the Game Guardian and find 21, just uncheck it and delete the rest, and then once you hit the delete button, click remove and revert, so that's going to set them all back to how they were before. And we're then going to click on our result and hit the go to button right there. So now we're at the go to. What we need to do is change the numbers. Now this was a 5, and as you can see right here, we have 2 5s now. I see so many people making this mistake, so don't be one of these people. Go ahead and change both of these numbers to 1. So go ahead and select them both and then hit the change icon up the top right and D word and 1. Once that's done, we will make sure we only get 1 car. I see so many times that people will change the first one to 1, forget to change the second one, and they'll have something like 1,000, and what that is going to give you is about 500 cars. It gives you the difference, the middle ground between the two numbers. So if you have that, you're going to get 500 cars, which you can't sell, can't get rid of. It's going to be really obvious that you've added those cars inappropriately. So let's go ahead and change that back to 1. And uncheck them both, and we're just going to scroll up a little bit, and we're going to see something like this. We're going to see -1 0 7 a long number 2, and that is what we're looking for. Now this 2 here is for gold. Now if this was cash here, that would be a 1, and if it was legend parts, it might be a 7 or something like that. So what we're going to do is change this to 11, and the 11 is for a car. So let me just go ahead and close that down and open up the Restoration Cup, and you'll see now we have a mystery car. So how do we determine which car we get? Well, we change the number underneath. So this number here, this long number, we change that to our code of the car that we want. So we'll go back into the save and we can see it right there. If we long press on that, we get this menu pop up, and we can just copy the value, which is there. Copy the value and then go back into the go to section, which is up here. Click on that, and then click on the long number D word, and then you just want to write Control V on my computer to paste, or you can long press and hit paste if you want to do that. Click yes, and then close the Game Guardian again and refresh the race. And what you should see is the car that we're going to win right in that race bracket there. Now sometimes when we do this, we add the car, you can close this down and it will cause the game to freeze or crash or something like that. So once you've got it changed, instead of refreshing it so you can see that you've got the car there, as long as you're confident that you've changed this to 11, this to the right number, and we've changed those numbers crucially to 1. We don't want 1,000 of these cars, you only want 1. Once you've done that, don't bother closing it and refreshing it. Just go ahead and go into the race, because it may cause it to freeze or crash, and you'll just end up having to do the entire thing again. So it's not worth the effort just to refresh, just to see it on the line. Just go ahead and hit the race. And there we go. So now it's come through. If I just speed it through, and there's my reward. You've got a new car. Deliver. And there we go. You can see the new car right there. So the biggest problem most people have is, what I see most is, how do I find the numbers, the 0, 1, 2, 3 of the car locations. As I said, when you open up a T5 garage section, it'll usually, not always, but usually land you on the 0 car as it loads in. So as you can see, this will be 0, this will be 1 now, this will be 2. And if I went back and did the same on the T4 section, it would usually chuck you in at the 0 car. But if it doesn't do that, you can go into something with a little bit more of a known quantity, shall we say. So let's go, I clicked on there. So if you've got the Tempest cars on yours, or the Boss cars on this, because I have this profile isn't really raced, but what we can see is we have a set number of cars, so we know the very end one here, this is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, and you can just search there. Once we've found that location, we can then go ahead and move the let me just scroll up, see it there, 3. So once we've got that location, so 3, 2, that's going to change to a 2 now. See, we can go ahead and go to any other garage and then find that car code. So you can find the car code for any car and then just move around. So find the car that you want on any other garage, and then that'll be the code there that you need. Now these aren't transferable, so people often ask me, can you give me the car code for this car? Well, the car code on my game is probably not going to be the same code on your game. You have to find it yourself to get the cars that you want. There's no other way around it. You just need to go ahead and search for it yourself. So anyway, that's it, guys. If you do have any questions, go ahead and hop over to my Discord. I'll leave a link in the description for my Discord. I try my best to answer the questions there, although I haven't been on for a little while. I've been really busy at work and other things, but there are lots of other people there who are always willing to help. I thank them all very much for their participation on that group. So that's it, guys. This has been the Game Exploiter. Happy hacking.